Hey guys, Cristian here. We got the Tesla Model 3 2024 edition rear-wheel drive, and let's just jump right into the specs. MSRP on this is $40,490. Engine is a single permanent magnet motor and naturally aspirated, if that matters. Transmission is a single-speed automatic. Rear-wheel drive model, you could get the all-wheel drive model with the long range or the new performance once it comes out. Horsepower is 271 horsepower, 310 torque, 0 to 60 in 5.8 seconds. It's got a 57.5 kilowatt-hour battery. And the range is 272 miles, though you can get 341 miles if you get the long range model for an extra 9,000. And the weight on this is about 3,900 pounds. So back to the outside, we have this in a solid black exterior, which looks really nice. It's actually very phantom looking, which goes with the wheels. They're actually 18-inch phantom black wheels. They're wheel covers, so you can actually pop them off, but they do give you extra efficiency, so maybe leave them on. But it's also a sporty look if you do take them off too. You also have two cameras on the side, so you have the blind spot camera over here, and you have another one over here by the B-pillar. So we have the new LED headlights on the front. They're actually really nice. They look like the Tesla Roadster lights, which we eventually should get the Roadster. Hopefully, Elon, I hope you're watching this. We also have the new front bumper, which is a little bit more aerodynamic than the previous model, so it also gets you better range on this one. And then we have the front, which I'll pop that open, which you also have the Tesla logo on the front. So now with the front open, which I actually opened from the center screen on the inside, you just bring this up. It's not automatic, but once you have it like this, hydraulic brings it up, keeps it up as well too. And then again, the 3.1 cubic feet of space, which is good. Maybe a duffel bag, some tools or anything like that. And then you also have your tow hook on the front over here in case maybe your car gets stuck on the side of the road, of course. And you also have your windshield wiper fluid here too. But to close it, just bring it down. I usually use the hook, you don't have to. Push it down once first, kind of firmly, and then a second time, which will bring it all the way to the bottom, and it's good and closed. So onto the back, we actually have a nice rear bumper. It's actually I feel like it's more sporty. You have the new tail lights, of course, and then you have the new diffuser at the bottom. So just more aggressive, in my opinion. And then you also have the Tesla actually written out. Sometimes you see the logo, sometimes you see it written out. I guess they're going back and forth. I guess it's personal preference on what you like. I guess you could just also remove them and add the Tesla logo back on, but this looks good too. And then to open up the trunk, you just simply put your fingers down here about where the license plate is, and then just bring this up. It's automatic, so nicely brings it up for you in case you wanna maybe have groceries in hand. And then on the inside, you have about 21 cubic feet of space, so it's actually pretty good. And then hopefully you can see this. If you bring this handle up, you have a little bit more space down here too. And then you have a little bit more on the left side and also on the right side too, in case maybe you want to put like storage bags or anything you need. But as usual, we got to do the trunk challenge, so let's see how it looks. You saw someone?
I just wanted to put that. I thought it.
Yeah. Oh, this one's tight. So inside the trunk, it's actually a little bit smaller. It's not as tall as like some other vehicles, but you do have decent space and you have more space below me too. But I guess if you need to put someone like me back here, I guess I'll fit fine. Not the most comfortable, but it'll be good for the time being. And then back outside, to just close it, you simply just have a button right here, just press on that and it closes automatically for you. So getting on inside the car, in case you haven't been inside the Tesla, so it's actually locked based on current settings. So you can actually see the side of your mirrors are folded in. So three options. You have Bluetooth with your phone, the physical key, which you've seen with like the S or X, or you can also use a key card, which is what I have. So basically it looks like a credit card, actually just says Tesla on it, and it also tells you on the side where to actually tap it on the car. So when you actually tap it, I'll give you a quick note. Don't tap it too high or too low, or actually it doesn't work. You want to do about like the center-ish, and then at that point you actually see side view mirrors actually open. And then just opening the door, simple. I usually just put thumb in, grab it with this, and then just bring it on open. And then at this point, you can actually see some of your window controls for your mirrors. You have a little bit of cubby space down here. And then we also have the door sill down here, which is the Model 3 logo, which is pretty nice. And kind of newer to the US models is we actually have this, which I guess helps kind of like enclose the car a little better, which is actually pretty nice. And then final thing, you also have your seat controls here. So moving it back and forward, your backrest, and then also kind of like the lumbar as well too. But let's get on inside the car and then we'll continue the review from inside, of course. So once inside, we have the steering wheel right in front of us. So you actually have a nice size steering wheel. It's on the smaller side, but it actually has good grip when you're turning it and also when you're holding onto it. You have the Tesla right in the center, not as a logo, but also written. And then we also have the horn when you actually press this in, but we won't test that. On the left, we have the blinkers, so you can actually press left and right, and they're actually push, not actually touch sensitive. So I kind of prefer this more touch sensitive over the S and the X. And then on the right, you also have your, oh, it's actually the high beams. Yeah, this is the high beams. And then you have your music control, so you could go up and down on volume, or you could also press in the wheel to kind of just press play or pause with your music as well too. On the right side, it has like more of your autopilot controls, and you also have your windshield wiper as well too, in case you want to do that. Or you can also talk to the car in case you want to like maybe adjust like, let's say, your seats or the temperature, or just some quick things, or calling someone on the spot. For the center display, we actually have a nice 15.4-inch display between you and your passenger. You actually have a lot of controls. On the left, we have more like the car controls. This kind of always stays here. You have your music controls too, maybe left if you want to go backwards, forwards, or just play it. You can also bring this up, and it also like recommends you other things or recent things. Or you can also have your sources, which is pretty nice that there's so many, like Tidal, you have Spotify, Apple Music. But if not, you can just keep that down here, keep it a smaller window. And there's tons of controls. I'll let other people cover everything in detail, but you have your usual controls. You have your pedal and steering wheel. So if it lets me press that, not sure why. There you go. You have your acceleration, steering mode. You have charging. You have autopilot, locks, lights, display. And actually with lights, something I'll maybe show you guys later is actually ambient light. We actually zoom out a bit. You actually see the whole blue light around the car. Maybe not visible. We'll actually get somewhere a little darker. As for going back to the display, you can adjust more things here. You have your trip, navigation, safety, service, software, upgrades, basically everything. There's so many things, I can't go in full detail, but for the most part, everything you need is here in the controls, or maybe you gotta open the glove box. That can easily be done here as well too. But panning out a bit, we can actually look at the wireless charging. We actually have spots for it too, so left side and right side. Normally keep the key on the left side. And on the right, you can actually have your phone charging. So I have my S24, and it's actually charging nicely. Right below that, we actually have some more space, so you can actually keep this closed if you want, or you can actually open it as well too. It's kind of dark down here, but just to kind of mention, you could put maybe a big water bottle here. It could probably even fit a full gallon water bottle if you wanted to as well too, but if not, keep that closed. And you also have 2 more cup holders, so, or you can also hide it as well too. But of course, you'll probably be drinking something, whatever, your Starbucks or anything you need. Onto the armrest, so just bring this up simply, just bring it up. I think it's magnetic if I'm correct. But once inside, we have a bit of space. It's a bit dark, but you can just kind of see it goes inside here a little bit. You have a little light. You can see my hand light up a little bit in there. And you have one USB-C charger, but bringing this back up, we have the backup mirror, so you can actually see behind you. At this point, you also have a camera here. You have like your emergency, so it has to, I guess, be between you and your passenger, but I guess up here on the roof is fine too. You have your 2 lights in case you want to do those. We'll turn off this light, turn off these 2. And then you could bring down this in case you want to maybe, whoops, block the sun. It's magnetic. Or you could look at the mirror as well too. So in case you want to look at yourself, maybe, I don't know, you could just got to look at yourself for some reason. So something a little interesting, you might be wondering where the Prendo is. Might have missed that, but it's actually at the top of here. So where we do actually have the emergency light, so it's kind of barely visible. But if you have your foot on the brake, you could actually press like the park, reverse, neutral, and drive up here. So you actually have control besides using the screen. So last thing I want to mention, the seats are actually ventilated and cooled as well. So if you actually want to have like your butt warmers or seat coolers, perfect for the summer. Really amazing to have. Really, it's amazing that's even standard, I guess, on the car, but super nice to have. But let's go to the back seats at this point. So going on to the back seat, so I'll step right in. So this is actually no transmission well, so it's actually nice and flat down here. Really useful to have. So in case you have 3 actual adults, there's no having their feet kind of split between which kind of, I guess, section they should be in. We also have an 8-inch screen back here, so you can actually control some of the things such as like the fan speed. You could control the heating as well too, or entertainment too. So you can actually put Netflix, YouTube, or tutorials. We also have Hulu, Twitch. You have also 2 USB-C controls down here. And then you also have the AC vents there. Hopefully they're not blowing into the thing, but you can also like adjust those in case you need to. So once we have them here, you can actually turn them off as well too. It's actually off now. And then another nice thing, you also have very good like visibility when you're back here. It doesn't feel claustrophobic. Obviously full glass all the way back here as well too. Final 3 things to note is there's actually 3 more things. There's actually a coat hanger here. Not a coat hanger, but actually a hanger for your coat hanger, funny enough. And then you also have lights back here in case maybe you're reading or you just want more light while you're back here. And the final thing, you also have a little armrest down here. Nicely divide you and your partner up. In a good way, not in a bad way. And then you can put your 2 cups here while you're just like sitting and relaxing. But really nice comfy seats, I forgot to mention that. Front seats and back seats, it's actually nice and cushy, and I wouldn't mind easily falling asleep back here. So this car drives really nicely, it's really quiet. That's one of the first things I'll actually note. I know they put acoustic glass all around, so it's just, I guess, thicker glass with the membrane. There's better like insulation all around the car, so just noise wise it's really nice. On the freeway it's really nice. I actually would compare it to kind of like luxury vehicles, so really good job on the Tesla engineers and just choices there. The sound system kind of even sounds even better, of course, too, because you have better noise insulation. You have good ambient light, which you might be able to notice right now. If not, that's okay too. But overall, the car, I think for the value is just like amazing. Like you get for 40,000 compared to like other electric cars, you get all the superchargers, you get the 272 miles of range, or 341 if you go with the long range model. And the 0 to 60 on this is 5.8 seconds, though you can get 4.2 seconds if you get the other all-wheel drive model. And we should get the performance model coming out soon, which I think that will be, obviously I think their rumor is already at 2.9 seconds, so that's really, really fast. But overall, the car value, again, this is the base model. I think you can't go wrong with this. I wouldn't really complain. I think the only upgrade I would maybe recommend is just going for the long range model, which instead of 272, you get 341 miles, which the difference there is 69 miles. Nice. But yeah, great car, great value. Okay, this guy didn't want to let me. I was like,
what's going on?
As for my review on the Tesla Model 3 2024 edition rear-wheel drive, so again, this is the base model, not even the long range, for about 40,000. You actually get a lot of value for your money. I really recommend this. I think Tesla has a really good, just competitive for what you get for 40K. It's really nice. There's all the nice features of the heated and ventilated seats. You have a really nice ride, really good like acoustic windows, which I might have not talked about before. And then the insulation on the car is just good. So it's just really good for like noise insulation and really comfortable for daily. This is really amazing. As long as you have a place to charge, super recommend this. Yeah, I just love everything. And I guess there's other color options for the inside. You also have white interior, or you could have just black like this too. Outside you have quite a bit of color options with different wheels, so you can't really go wrong with this. I think this is a really good choice if you're looking for an electric car or you're comparing against any other ones. But besides that, hope you guys enjoyed that. And again, to the next review, I don't know what I have next week, but just check it out. I'm trying to go back to weekly. If you've been watching videos, thank you again. I know I've been gone for a while, but I'm trying to get back into this. And again, till next time.